Hello there.
Ladies and gentlemen, episode 1 of Peaky Blinders season 3 was an absolute banger in my opinion, and I'm recording this episode literally right after finishing episode 1. I just put on a jumper and I'm planning to do a double or even triple upload to begin Peaky Blinders season 3, but I thought, yeah, episode 1 was absolutely sensational. Peaky Blinders standard, ladies and gentlemen, consistent quality TV. Absolutely fantastic, and I cannot wait to get into episode 2. What's going on, guys? My name is Elie Moses, a 24-year-old law and film student here from Sydney, Australia, absolutely shooting his shot. And today, we are making our way through Peaky Blinders for the very first time, and we are up to episode 2 of season 3. We're going to get into the reaction. We're going to see what's in store for us in this episode, and let's have some fun with this thing. Let's absolutely smash it. Let's go.
The red right hand.
Yeah.
Give me the keys to basics. It's just old stock in storage. Give me the keys to basics. If you're trouble, give it to your charity.
Yo, is this the best character Cillian Murphy has ever played? Like, I know we have the Oppenheimer performance, but yo, Tommy Shelby's gonna be up there, man. It's absolutely sensational. It's gonna be interesting because I haven't watched another film with Cillian Murphy in it since I started Peaky Blinders. So when I go back and revisit his old roles, I'm just gonna see Tommy Shelby and, you know, that thick Birmingham accent. That's the tanks, man. Listen, I never thought we'd see tanks in Peaky Blinders when I first started the show. I know we had that, you know, care package of weapons at the start of season 1, but that's as big as I thought it would get in terms of like the weapon side of things. Now we're seeing tanks. Like, that's crazy. Like, them tanks ain't gonna run on Derby Day. Like, come on, man.
Will it be just boys in your charitable institution or girls as well? Perhaps you know them as the Economic League. Only once did I get a letter from them headed the Vigilance Committee, which tips the hand a little.
Nope. The name I've heard is Section D.
Oh, no way.
That's what Special Branch calls
That's Hughes?
it. Businessmen, MPs, army officers.
You just knew how they were holding that medium close-up shot and racking focus on Tommy Shelby, that they were waiting to reveal Hughes right there. Like, they were just waiting for the moment to reveal a very prominent actor that, you know, is playing Hughes.
Yes, it'll be fun to bring such men to a gypsy scrapyard.
You asked for privacy.
Since the election, the government has decided that we are the enemy, when all we were trying to do is save the country from revolution. Are you political, Mr. Shelby? Because these odd fellows believe that the time is coming soon when everyone must choose a side.
Are your people coming or are they not coming?
Mr. Shelby, you will learn that these men are far too grand for the clock to govern them. You'll get used to meeting in the small hours of the morning. They're like monks. So when is your charitable institute opening?
When I fucking say.
Well, I'll stop by from time to time. Mr. Shelby, if I want to play the squire in your place of false charity, then I will. Ambition for respectability doesn't make you a saint. Am I wrong?
Oh, Lord, 6 is it?
Well, I wish you a good day.
Fuck you, guy.
Did I not make it clear? He said if they weren't here by morning prayers, then the meeting has been cancelled.
Damn.
Perhaps Mr. Jarvis has been held up at the House of Commons. Perhaps Admiral Hall's been held up at the House of Lords. Am I impressing you? Or perhaps they've decided they don't care for doing business with gypsies in scrap metal yards, which would be a poor outcome for you.
You give him a message from me, priest. You tell him I've been to the factories and the armoured vehicles are in good condition.
How many?
27. And the foreman is ours.
This is someone you'll meet today at the Ritz.
I have meetings today.
You have one meeting, this one, in London. So you'd best catch the milk train.
Guessing he works, or Hughes works under Churchill. These are one of those, that's one of those meetings for Churchill's business affairs. Now, who would this be? Whose fine estate is this?
Cold.
My apologies, sir.
How many times I asked you to tell them about sending us the servant's crockery?
I have no control over the choice of service, sir.
What about the yesterday egg, and last year's fish, and last century's tea leaves in a cracked pot?
He
Sir,
remembers.
I have a list of today's social engagements, if you'd like to hear them.
Oh, are we in a rush today?
I have duties at the main house, sir. Luncheon at the Ritz with Duke Mikhail Mikhailovich.
Oh, ta coisa nuda.
Cancelled.
What reason?
He says he's unwell, sir. Other than that, your day is...
Yo, this guy getting
You do
cancelled
have
left,
one
right, and
business
center.
appointment to discuss automobiles with a Mr. Thomas Shelby, sir.
Now that's got his attention. Everything else miraculously freed up.
You asked for a meeting out in the open.
In the
Fresh air,
scrapyard.
Fine aroma of shit. Neutral ground, you said.
This is hardly neutral ground.
Well, it's what you've got. So, top of Ivo.
Poor for favor.
Where is Thomas?
He got called away.
He said he'd be here.
Yeah, he's busy.
I just told you he got called away. What do you want?
There has been a peace between the Peaky Blinders and the Changretta family for 2 years now.
Do you want some tea or not? If you pour the Italian some English tea, go on.
Don't want fucking tea.
Damn, man.
We want an explanation.
Well, I'll have fucking tea.
Explanation for what?
The Little Venice restaurant in 4th Street was burnt down.
Nah, couldn't have been us. Where was at a wedding?
You burnt it down to stop my son
Oh,
at that same
that was the
wedding.
guy involved with
Yeah,
Lizzie.
well,
Okay.
That we pay him whatever he asked us to pay. We stay out of the city and off the tracks. But you tell him from me that my son will walk with any woman in this city. Any woman he chooses. Even if that woman works for the Emperor Thomas Shelby.
The Emperor.
My son is in love.
Sorry. Do excuse me. Carry on.
And if he wishes, he will walk with the woman he loves.
Okay. You know, it'd be hard for your son to walk anywhere with a bullet in each knee, wouldn't it?
Damn. The threat's going left, right, and center. Johnny boy.
Too much.
Too much.
You said too much, my friend. Sabine says suck and swallow, but no. Too much. I spit. Io non sta loro la nostra serata.
bit strong. Oh, you know.
Desire. Put 2 extra men on our pubs in Nechel's.
What are you talking about, Arthur? I'm not scared of fucking eye-ties anymore.
Nah, Arthur's smart.
About the chair and clean this fucking shit up.
Smart. Arthur's smart
I'm
there.
scared of fucking wops.
You just never know.
John.
You never know.
Arthur!
Never let your guard down. Never get too comfortable in this game. You can never get too comfortable in this game.
Tell me, Shelby, in a library.
Need to borrow a book about the Russian Revolution.
Hey, you need to read up on his history, man.
Well, this is a list of the bastards who ran away, and this is written from the point of view of the people's struggle. Wasn't it your wedding? Tell me how come we got invited.
Well, sometimes exiled Russian aristocrats get invited to social occasions to add a bit of class.
Oh, he was there.
Stop patting the guests.
I don't want to know.
He was nice. Maybe I'd like to see him again. Would that be possible?
No, that would
He's
not
one.
be possible.
He's
What
one.
business do you have with the Russians?
He's one with the Force now, Ada. He's gone.
Can I rip this page out?
No, you cannot rip that page out. Property of the people.
Take a photo. Take a photo.
He took the Russian away. He had his killing pistol under his jacket, and then Johnny lit a fire in the woods.
You want all the details because you're bored, Ada. You used to chase rats with a revolver, Ada.
Damn.
Just have a job for you after all.
Let the whole library know. Yo, those words will echo loud in that library.
Did we run Kempton yesterday or not?
Danny Lee got drunk. Instead of injecting the horses with cocaine, he decided to share it with his cousins. It's your brother-in-law. Tell Esme to speak to him about it. Look, before I start, I don't want you to do anything about this.
Hey, listen, Johnny got more responsibilities now, man. He can't get too comfortable, like I was saying.
Get his son.
Exactly.
The one Lizzie was stepping out with.
What, Angel? He fucking said what?
We own the city. But we don't need to rub everybody's noses in it. If the old man decides to make a stand, he might get Sabini feeling sentimental.
Sabini's done.
You just never know.
They're all done.
Damn.
They all pay up. But we don't want rebellions.
What is what's Tommy say?
Tommy's busy. He left me in charge.
What would you say?
Yo, that's that Tokyo talking, man.
Compromise. I've asked Lizzie to do it for you. She's going to meet him, break up with him for good, apologise for any inconvenience, say it was all her fault.
You know what? You know what all this is? This is Arthur's fucking missus. Turn the other fucking cheek. We'll be handing out Bibles in the fucking bull ring with her cousin.
You don't have to do anything. Lizzie will do it for you. Then it'll all calm down and nobody will lose face.
Take his fucking face. How about that?
John, do nothing.
Hey, John acting like a spoiled child so far, man. He lacks that composure.
We have a reservation for a private room in the name of Mr. Romanov.
You work for Mr. Romanov?
Yes.
For his household or his office?
Is there a problem?
I'm afraid without the presence of the Duke Mikhail Mikhailovich or Lady Lewington, we shall have to ask for payment in advance.
Can I ask why?
Already Mr. Romanov has 4 outstanding bills with us. 1 for accommodation and 3 for dining. And 2 banquets, which we wrote off. We've been asked to be understanding of our Russian friends by His Majesty, but it has been some time now. May I ask your name, sir?
Shelby.
I pay up.
Thomas Shelby, and in the future I'll be dining here quite a bit.
Then I shall put you on our special list. Here's a menu.
Unlike Romanov, I'll pay up!
Although your guest, I'm sure, will order the caviar.
Myself, my wife, and my niece travel by train, then coach, then on foot, through the Villa Eitador in Crimea. On that journey, I lost a toe. I don't know, I woke up one morning, and it was gone. All of a sudden, I saw a dog, and it was eating it. They said the British had taken pity on us, and we were taken aboard HMS Marlborough. I immediately kissed the steel deck. My lips froze to it. And then, of course, I thank God and your king for saving us. Though, since then, he has done nothing but humiliate me.
This guy eating like crazy, man.
God or the king?
Complaining about food at the beginning of the episode, and now, as soon as he doesn't know, as soon as he doesn't have to pay for it.
Tatiana. Are you in love with her yet? You would be wise not to love Russian women, you know. Better not speak of Russian women. You know, that's the worst thing about being here.
That's the worst thing about being here.
They know how to hold it. And most important, they know exactly when to let it go. Your cock, I mean. English women, they do not know so much, you know. So you trust your family. Like me. Like us, Mr. Shelby.
Let's talk about trust then, shall we? You are not a direct relation to the Romanovs. You were Georgian.
He read up on his history. That one page, that little paragraph.
And the palace where you live in Hampton Court is in fact a great and favoured house donated to you, rent-free by the British Crown. The maitre d' here tells me that you are in some debt, both here and other places, I imagine. See, I've been given 10, but I've been promised 40. Already I've had to have a man killed. That sort of work does not come cheap. Do you understand?
Yo, when you can hear the clock ticking in the background, that's how you know it's serious.
Before we boarded the ship, my niece sewed 16 diamonds into her velvet dress. And also, she had 2 sapphires in her intimate places. My wife managed 2 sapphires and 5 diamonds. This is already for the killing of the spy and the down payment on future services.
Now tell me, where do you keep these things?
How do you know it's real?
Bank?
How could we plead poverty around London society if we used banks, Mr. Shelby?
Well, you should know. Hatton Gardens is not safe.
That's why we have our own treasury.
Very well. I shall have my people check its veracity.
Thank you. Yo.
Before the revolution began, we were soft and weak. We made compromise. But let me tell you, we will never be soft and weak again. Do you understand? Good day, Mr. Shelby.
Just there, sir.
I'm guessing this is the private meeting with Lizzie. Oh no, he's just getting his suits. Oh no! John got to him first. Far out. Aunt Paul's completely right. You've already asserted your dominance. You don't need to stoop back down to their level. They're paying up. Just keep the peace. We didn't need to waste our time with these small little situations.
They want to kill me. You fucking... Stay away from Lizzie!
Peaky fucking blinders!
Yo, John low-key pissing me off this season thus far, man. Come on, John. Okay. I want to... Listen.
Gonna introduce me, Michael? This is Charlotte Murray. My father makes cars.
I really enjoyed your wedding, Mr. Shelby.
Oh, so is she ditching the other man?
Polly said that you should call her. There's been some trouble. What trouble? I'm guessing the stuff she doesn't like to tell me about. Nice to meet you.
Listen, I want to talk about if there was to be a sort of next in line, next of kin in terms of like succeeding, Thomas Shelby and who's the next successor. I wouldn't say it's Arthur. I wouldn't say it's Finn. I wouldn't say it's John. Obviously, you could say it's probably next in line would be Paul, but in terms of the boys, I'd probably say it's Michael. Now, I know you guys are probably thinking, oh, what the heck? He was only introduced in season 2. He hasn't been in the game for long. It was really, up until, it was really not until the end of season 2, that final, interaction and confrontation with Tommy Shelby at the end, that he finally got his baptism of fire into the Shelby company. But the way he was carrying himself last episode, it very much reminds me of Thomas Shelby. Now, I wonder if the actor himself spent the time between seasons 2 and 3 to really study Cillian Murphy's acting and portrayal as Thomas Shelby, down to the mannerisms, the pauses in dialogue, the subtle moments of the subtle facial changes, the mannerisms, body language, the facial expressions, everything, down to a T. The way the way he holds his smoke, the way he stares at people, the way he has pauses in dialogue, the way he delivers his lines, it very much reminds me of Thomas Shelby. Like, I'm seeing Thomas Shelby Jr. right here in Michael, and the way they introduced him right there in that scene with that beautiful medium wide long shot, him, sitting in his chair slouched back. I don't know. I just get the sense that Michael is very much carrying himself like Thomas Shelby. It's almost as if, listen, I feel like he looks up to him. That's the main guy to be, and I'm going to carry myself like him. Even last episode, you saw the scene with Lizzie and Arthur and Michael with them walking away. The way he was talking to Lizzie, the way he turned and delivered his line to her, I think he turned away from her and delivered his line and continued walking away. That's very Thomas Shelby-like, in my opinion. So I see a Thomas Shelby Jr. in Michael. And I'm gonna start paying attention to the way he carries himself more this season, because I thought last episode I very much saw that in Michael, especially in the scene with Charlotte as well, the way he was talking to her. It's just, yeah, the lines written for Michael are very much like Thomas, in my opinion. That's how I see it. So he would be next in line for me. He's the one with the composure.
Finn, thanks for coming. Fuck off.
Poor Finn, man.
You can stay.
that slight grin.
He chose not to listen to Mr. Apologise or Mrs. Compromise. And now I've got an Italian walking around my backyard saying he's going to kill my brother. So what do we do, John? Do we apologise or do we compromise? So should he apologise in Italian or in English? Or should we ask them which fucking language they prefer? I'm not clear.
You said while this business was going on in London, you wanted peace at home.
And the only way to guarantee peace is by making the prospect of war seem hopeless. If you apologise once, you do it again and again and again, like taking bricks out of the wall of your fucking house. Do you want to bring the house down, Arthur?
No.
If you're soft on rebellion, it'll grow.
What is soft on rebellion?
You did the right thing, John. Now we go on the offensive.
Damn!
2 of the Changretta pubs, we take them tonight. That's it.
Oh, right. Why? Why?
Why? Because we fucking can! Because we fucking can. And if we can, we do. And if we lift our heel off their necks now, they'll just come at us. Remember, these are the bastards that wanted Danny Whizbang dead.
Damn, man.
You're getting soft, brother. Soft and weak. Save the barber for Sundays.
Damn, again, even Thomas Shelby is firing shots at Linda.
Finn, I need to get to Hockley and then home. It's been a long day. You take the Wrexham. You take the 5 bells. You get them signed over to us in the morning. You make sure the coppers stay away.
Keep the foot on their necks, man. Never let them breathe. Never let them breathe. Stamp our authority. Eradicate the hope of a rebellion.
Сколько ты выпил?
Вино. Водку не пил.
В конце этого дела, возможно, тебе нужно будет убить мистера Шелби.
Good luck with that.
Сможешь?
Конечно.
Good luck with that. That's all I'm gonna say. Good luck. There we go with that same wide long shot of the estate as last episode.
Yes?
Guess what?
He said yes. The leader of the Birmingham City Council is going to attend the dinner. Everyone has said yes.
Oh.
Everyone.
Ah.
I keep having to change the catering. And my writing hand is almost falling off.
And what are you writing for? I bought you a typewriter.
You don't write letters of a social occasion on typewriter.
Oh, forgive me.
I have the drawing of what they plan to do with the grounds of the house. There'll be an area for the children to play. Look.
The children.
And the Birmingham Charity Commission have agreed to set aside those 3 rotten floorboards upstairs and grant us a license within a month.
Hey, man.
Listening to me.
She's so excited. She's working on the house.
I think I'm becoming obsessed.
Yes. I measure it in sapphires.
Oh, sapphires.
Hey, show her the sapphire.
Close your eyes.
How do you know it's real, man? Hey, listen, don't give her something from AliExpress, man. Like, this could, like, come on, man. Hopefully he fraud checked the sapphire first, man.
All right, you can open them.
Where the hell did you get that? It's beautiful.
Hey, that's a big rock. That's a big ass rock.
You can wear it to the foundation dinner.
Don't you think it's a bit much for a charity dinner?
This is fucking Birmingham. Good taste is for people who can't afford sapphires.
Oh, Mr. Shelby.
Damn. Listen, Arthur, you know how they talk about... Listen, there's going to be those moments where you're going to have to choose. The Arthur's going to have to learn to balance these two worlds.
I need to.
Him being told he's gone soft.
Go out.
Obviously compromises.
Some business I need to do.
Compromises his... Compromises the changes in his character over the last 2 years after he's met Linda. And then you got a Shelby reputation to uphold as well.
You only just got in.
Won't be long.
It's 10 o'clock. It's pouring with rain.
I'll go and I'll come back.
Got to take down them pubs.
Working in the dark is for the devil. We said, start to do your work in the light. Your own light. inside your head.
Is she good, man? She trying to reform him.
Just paperwork.
I thought you boys were a bit grand for this sort of thing these days.
Moss.
And you. I think so enjoys the sport.
Little bit of entertainment on the side.
Something like that.
Remind them of the early days of who they were.
No, it's...
How you gonna come home with blood on your hands, man? Wash it away. Wash them sins away.
We're going to the garrison.
No. I'm going home, John.
Go fuck yourself, Arthur. Yeah, fuck off.
Hey, big up Arthur for calling quits on it, but it was too late, but...
Prenderà il treno da Napoli a Parigi e poi il traghetto a Londra.
Who have they hired? Who have they hired?
E potrà essere qui domenica, così.
Look at little Charles.
This big man and his brother will make us a lot of money.
Or lose us a lot of money.
Who cares? That's such beautiful Bayside.
Hey, the goldfish again. The goldfish. Hey, them goldfish, man. Reminding me of the scene with May last season.
Got a house, John.
Cleaning the parasites for the horses.
Fuck is happening, Tom? Let's go. I tell Polly it's Russian business, John. All right.
Peaky fucking blinders, my arse. Are you afraid? No.
Oh. Hughes again.
Sit.
Father Hughes.
Talking to you, Mr. Shelby. So the Odd Fellows want you to know that any deviation from your instructions will have consequences.
What's your dog's name?
You visited your sister.
Hey, what's your name, boy?
Your sister is a potential security breach. She has connections with the Bolsheviks in London, who have connections with the Soviet embassy.
I think I'll just call your dog boy. You love your boy, don't you?
Understand this. You have the local police in your pocket. We have Scotland Yard. They do what we tell them, just as surely as this dog.
Let him off the leash.
Are you hearing me, Mr. Shelby?
I can charm dogs. Gypsy witchcraft. And those I can't charm, I can kill with my own hands. You learn it when you have a dog in a boat. They go fucking mad in tunnels. I feel like I'm in a tunnel now. You know that feeling when you have to kill or be killed. Let the dog off the leash. Give the order, you give in Gaelic. Like I'm told you do when someone displeases you or someone reports you.
Visit your sister again and she will die crossing the road.
Mike! My new size. If you wanted me dead, I'll be dead, wouldn't I?
This is such a fantastic scene here. I can't wait to comment on it.
It's true, we do need you alive. But when you go home today, Mr. Shelby, be sure to check under your little boy's pillow.
Oh.
How
Oh.
ferry has been.
Oh. We gonna do that.
We can reach anyone. Anywhere.
It's got to be one of the maids of the house, surely. Unless a guy miraculously snuck in. No, I love that scene right there with Father Hughes and Shelby and the dog, because I feel like Father Hughes wasn't even there to Thomas Shelby. It was just him and the dog in that scene controlling everything. And you know, we can dogs are usually man's best friend, but what I saw in that scene right there is that Thomas Shelby was looking through the dog right there, like looking through the dog. And I feel like Thomas Shelby has come face to face with death so many times in this series that, you know, death is nothing to him anymore. He just sees right through that. He's already been dead. I feel like Thomas Shelby, ever since the war, has been dead. He's been dead this entire series. And when Inspector Campbell talked to him in season 1 or 2, I believe, about, you know, these, like, you know, like I always said, Inspector Campbell and Thomas Shelby could be friends in another life. And I think Inspector Campbell, even though he has passed on in the show, I feel like his words will ring true throughout the entire series, that those men, or those two men, come from a past or have done things where they cannot know love in their entire life. And listen, I know Grace said to Thomas Shelby that she loves him, and he said it back, and he's married her and things like that. But I can't help but see sometimes in a couple scenes with Grace and Thomas Shelby that he's sometimes just looking through Grace and she's just there. Listen, I feel like there are moments where there are love between them, obviously, but I cannot help but notice that, you know, at some points with some of the close-up shots they use of Thomas Shelby when he's interacting with Grace, that he's looking right through her, similar to how he looked right through that dog right there. And I just feel like ever since the war itself, Thomas Shelby has been dead. And that's why he does not fear death, unless he's completely like sort of masquerading it, and he's able to manipulate everyone else into, you know, thinking that he does not fear death. But from what I see is that, listen, he's already been killed from his experiences in the war. He's already lost that part of his soul. And it perfectly encapsulates what was said in the Pacific, a show which I watched recently. There was a fantastic scene between a father and son, whose son was about to be deployed, he had enlisted and was going to the Pacific Theater of War, and the father had been a medic during World War One. And he's talking to his son. He goes, the worst thing that can happen to these men during war is it's not like losing a limb. Like, I've treated all these injuries. I've treated people losing limbs. I've getting scars on their faces, bullet wounds, everything. But the thing I cannot treat is their soul. Their soul is completely destroyed from the war. And that's what I feel like has happened to Thomas Shelby from his experiences in World War One. I just feel like his soul has completely been ripped from him, and it's been completely destroyed. That even though you have these highlights where he has moments of love, I just feel like it ain't real in a way. I don't know, I'm being too cynical here, but yeah, I just feel like he's been dead ever since the war. And that's why he wasn't afraid of the dog right there. Unless, like I said, he's completely pulling on a facade and, you know, masking everything, and he's really good at it. I just feel like he was able to see right through that dog right there. And listen, he's come face to face many times with death, nearly on an episodic basis now, that yeah, it does nothing to him. It does nothing to him. That's one thing he's able to have above his enemies. I feel like most of them fear death. Davy Jones style, man. Do you fear death? Charles Shelby, R.I.P. It's got to be one of the maids, right? It's got to be one of the maids.
Yes. Everything's fine. Everything's fine.
You promised, Tommy. I trust you.
See, he ain't good at hiding his stress at the moment.
I trust you, Tommy.
Your Father Hugh is on site. Father Hughes, sorry. You do not make those kind of remarks to Mr. Thomas Shelby.
Right.
I kind of want Grace to become, you know, badass season 1 Grace again. like ruthless spy Grace. I want it to be like the best of both worlds in a way. I don't know. I just feel like every... Yo! He's like, damn!
I thought I might wear this. Oh God, it's too much. I'll try something more simple.
No, don't.
That guy just, yeah. He had
Suddenly
the...
I feel incompetent.
He just had the biggest rush of blood
I
to
want
a
the portrait
place.
to hang in the office, so I wanted to look formal.
It's not formal. It's beautiful.
Okay, this guy's the biggest simp.
Made in Paris.
It was stolen in Birmingham. My mother stole it from a house she was cleaning, 1901.
No. It's yours. It belongs on you.
Hey,
Woman
Ruben,
of
an
substance
artiste,
and
man.
class.
He can sense
Believe
it.
me, I've painted many women who don't belong in their expensive dresses. There'll be no charge.
Hey, he does.
Normal rate. I insist. There's a first. So when should we start?
I've already started. Invite me to what?
No, Ada, this is a professional transaction.
Invite me to what?
Shelby Foundation dinner. Polly's going alone. You're invited.
Ada. I'll come to your studio on Sunday. And then we shall begin.
I don't know. I kind of just don't want Grace to become, you know, wife of a rich, corrupt man. Like, I don't know. There's so many perks that comes with this lifestyle, but at the same time, there's so many dangers associated with it as well.
A woman of substance and class.
They've been using a lot of mirror shots with Aunt Pole recently. Last episode and this episode. Not a lot, sorry, but they, you know, like to reflect Aunt Pole a lot in the mirror or through the mirror. Hey, look at everybody staring at it. There we go, man. Trademark Peaky Blinders. Beautiful, long, extended takes. With a lot of characters in the same room.
This is the leader of the Birmingham City Council.
Hello, Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
How's business?
All right, holding up. How are you?
You know each other?
I have interests in steelworks in Cradley Heath. Tommy helps me get my products to the car makers. Congratulations, Mrs. Shelby, on your wedding.
Thank you. Surprised you weren't invited.
Now, how would that look, eh? Oh, now the party's really started.
Yeah, this guy's on
Father
site.
John Hughes from St Mary's Boys Reformatory, and with him is Mr. Patrick Jarvis, MP. They are part of an organisation called the Economic League.
Did you invite them, Grace?
The name sounded familiar. They were recommended by the Lord Mayor.
Oh, the best people of the city list, eh?
You know them? I'll introduce you, Tommy.
That's all right, Danny. I'll introduce myself. I'm thinking ahead, thinking of every possibility, remembering everything that is happening.
The Russians want to inspect the vehicles.
I'll take photographs.
The Duke has sent his niece. She's here.
Oh, is that the same one from last
We will
episode?
go to the factory and show her.
No. Union conveners are watching the factories. Not possible.
Anything is possible, Mr. Shelby. You will take her. You'll pick her up from this hotel at 10. And look, priest with an empty glass. Let's get back to the party.
You know, gentlemen, there is hell. And there is another place below hell.
We're all going there.
Everything. I forget nothing.
Tommy, this is Duchess Tatiana Petrovna. Oh, and Tommy, aren't you impressed with the real Duchess?
Well, I understand they charge a fee.
Mr. Shelby, very direct. Too direct. But it's true. I attend these things for the champagne. And for the chance to be treated like a duchess again. You should have kissed my hand, Mr. Shelby.
Who do you think you are?
Forgive me.
Don't insult the wife in...
My husband has business in Russia. Perhaps you know about it, Tatiana.
Well, tonight's not a night for business, eh?
You're in the concert hall for 10 minutes.
I think people are ready for dinner now, Grace.
No, I'm not done pumping people for money.
But this pump for money.
That's what I do every day.
You know each other, do you? You see, I'm in charge of compiling the list of guests, but it's my husband who seems to know all of them.
I hear he's very well connected.
And where does a duchess hear that?
In certain circles.
All right, you know, fight up.
Grace, there's a lady dowager who wants to speak to you about coffee mornings. She mentioned a £2,000 cash donation.
Diana, you and I will speak later.
I would like that.
Going to the factory tomorrow was a mistake.
Nevertheless, we will go. Also, my uncle ordered me to seduce you to give us an advantage. But with a beautiful wife like that, it will be difficult, no?
Tomorrow was a mistake.
Have you not heard? We have no morals, we Russians.
And no fucking sense.
And no options. I would fuck you for the cause. What do you think of that?
No.
I think you should not drink vodka with champagne.
Does your wife know that the sapphire she's wearing has been cursed by a gypsy?
He is a gypsy.
What did you say?
Nothing on earth would make me wear it.
Yo! Somebody gotta tie this girl down, man! Tatiana! Nah, she evil, man. She, like, there's evil in the show, then there's evil. She evil.
Grace, come here. Look, I can explain.
Ladies and gentlemen, the loyalty toast to His Majesty, the King.
They slapped Finn for toasting the king.
Why? Because you think you look better on her.
Grace, look at me. Fuck these people. Hey, fuck them. I need you to be all right. I need you, Grace. I need you.
Hey, maybe it's too late. The curse has been placed on her, man. Whether she takes it on or off. She's been marked.
Damn you, how Shelby.
See, I need feisty Grace, man. I need season 1 Grace to, you know, go back at Tatiana there, man. Like slippery agent Grace sometimes, man.
Yeah.
Yo! That... Bro, you should have taken... That was for the Italian guy. Damn. Surely she's not dead, right? She was just shot above or below the collarbone. But that's a lot of blood loss. That's a lot of blood loss. And look at Tatiana right there in the left-hand side of the frame. So much. See, that was a beautiful end to the episode right there. Like, I know what happened to Grace is tragic. Whether she survives or not. But the way the camera slowly pulled away right there to reveal that beautiful wide shot of everyone in frame with the boys taking care of the assassin. Polly attending to Grace. Polly leaving. And then Tatiana just lurking there in the left-hand side of the frame. I wouldn't be surprised if on first viewing a lot of people... Look how composed she is. I told you, there's evil, man. That's her. Look how composed she is in that situation. Russians, man, no morals. I wouldn't be surprised if on like first viewing you missed Tatiana in that shot right there. Oh man, that was absolutely fantastic. I need to get into episode 3 ASAP. That was absolutely phenomenal television, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, no. Oh, that was absolutely phenomenal television, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely adored that episode. And I hope for dramatical purposes, or like, just for purely for the sake of sex drama, like whatever, they don't entangle Tommy and Tatiana relationship, because she's clearly hinted at it, but I hope he doesn't go down that path. And yeah, I feel like she's a manipulative individual, that one, man. She is sneaky motherfudger. She is sneaky motherfudger. And the fact that, she took shots at Grace and, insulted her right in front of Tommy, I hope Tommy goes nowhere near that and, strictly keeps the relationship business, because he has to at the moment. Like, his mission is larger than expected, obviously, and it's getting more complicated as the episodes go along, especially with Father Hughes being involved, that MP being involved, Tatiana, and her wanting to visit the factory tomorrow, and the unions observing the factory, and obviously this whole entire train situation with the Russians inspecting. My camera just went out of battery with the, Russians inspecting the tanks themselves. There's so much going on, and Tommy is starting to realize as each episode passes that this thing for Winston Churchill with the Russians is just getting complicated, and even more complicated as, the episodes pass on, or, as he continues to meet different individuals. And man, another fantastic episode of television, ladies and gentlemen. I absolutely adored it. No hint of Sabini yet, or Alfie Solomons. Alfie Solomons hasn't been name dropped thus yet. And Sabini has, but Sabini's staying quiet and staying low at the moment. So it's going to be interesting to see. I think that's the guy that Angel hired, I guess. That's the guy that the Italian guy hired that was coming from Naples to London. That was the assassin at the end of the episode. So yeah, I absolutely loved it, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you guys enjoyed my reaction. It's been your boy Elie Moses. Take care. God bless. Peace.